Have you ever watched other people shape beautiful lives while your days keep collapsing in your hands? You try and try, but nothing holds. Promises dry out. Hope chips away. You are not lazy. You are not weak. You're just lost, and it's time to take the wheel. Once, in a small town of red roofs and river fog, there lived a young man named Ravi. He was clever and curious, a collector of hobbies and half-finished dreams. He tried painting for a week, guitar for a month, and baking until the first loaf burned. When the work grew hard, he changed paths. When failure came, he hid. He wanted a meaningful life, yet each attempt ended the same: dust on his hands and shame in his chest. One afternoon, Ravi wandered into a quiet pottery studio. Shelves held cups and bowls that seemed to breathe. He watched the wheel spin, the clay rise, the wobble become a curve. Something inside him ached to learn. But after a few clumsy tries, the clay collapsed, and so did his resolve. He was ready to quit again. An older potter named Mr. Patel noticed the mess and the tears Ravi tried to hide. Calmly he said, "Life isn't luck, it's mastery. Choose one form, one routine, and let repetition change you." He slid a notebook across the table. Write what fails. Write what works. Then do it again. Ravi chose one shape, a simple vase. He set a timer for 15 minutes each day, no excuses. The routine was clear: 5 minutes to center the clay, 5 to pull the walls, 5 to shape the rim. Every session, he took a photo, wrote 3 lines: water too little, left hand shaky, speed too fast, and tried again. At first, the vases leaned like tired trees. The rims tore. The walls thinned and split. The studio smelled of damp earth and disappointment. But the notebook grew thick. His hands learned pressure the way feet learn steps. He slowed the wheel. He kept his elbows anchored. He remembered to breathe. Day by day, the wobble calmed. The clay rose with fewer protests. Rims softened into clean circles. Ravi began to win small victories over the version of himself who always quit. Then came the test. The studio scheduled a small show. Ravi loaded the kiln with his best vases, still simple but honest. He pushed for speed and dried them too quickly. When the door opened, cracks whispered along the clay like lightning scars. Most pieces were ruined. The old reflex flared, blamed the kiln, the weather, fate. But Ravi opened his notebook instead. He read his own notes: slow drying overnight, thicker base, gentle rim, patience. He gathered clay again. He stayed late, shaping until the studio lights hummed. He could be everything: a softer wheel, a steady breath, a careful towel drape, a fan set to the lowest whisper. He left the new pieces to dry like sleeping birds. The next firing felt endless. Ravi stood outside the warm metal door, palms sweating, tasting fear and clay dust. When the kiln cooled, he lifted the lid. Inside, his vases stood tall, straight walls, rounded lips, a quiet sheen. Not perfect but strong. When he brushed a thumb along one rim, it rang a clear, small note. He smiled, not because the town would admire him, but because he knew the truth. He had built this victory from the inside out. At the show, people turned the vases in their hands, feeling the weight and the balance. Children pressed noses to the shelves. Mr. Patel watched from a distance, then said softly, "Skill is what they see. Discipline is what saves you." Ravi nodded. The real prize wasn't the glaze or the sales. It was character, patience, focus, and self-respect earned 15 minutes at a time. If your life feels stuck, if everything keeps cracking when the heat rises, remember Ravi's vase. Your life doesn't change overnight. It changes minute by minute, practice by practice, note by note. Choose one form. Set one small routine. Face the heat. Dry slowly. Try again. Quietly at first, and then suddenly, everything will shift. You won't just shape clay, you'll shape yourself. If you like this story, hit like, share it, and subscribe to Think Bright.